Stephen Creech has served his local, state, and national community well in his illustrious career as a forester, wildland firefighter, and wildland fire instructor. He has spent the last 46 years dedicating his life to serving, protecting, and educating. After a 4-year stint in the U.S. Navy, Creech earned his bachelor's degree in forestry from Purdue in 1974 and took his first job with International Paper Company. The following year, he was hired as a district forester with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. Creech participated in his first wildland firefighting assignment in 1977, an event that was the pivot point in his career. In 1978, he was promoted to serve as the State Fire Management Officer for the Indiana DNR, a position he served in for the next 25 years. Since 1987, he has been mobilized nationally as a wildland firefighter in 14 states. He has served on a Type 1 National Incident Management Team since 1996 and as Operations Branch Director since 2002, implementing incident command systems at tragedies ranging from 9/11 to hurricanes and floods. Creech has taught wildland fire training and prescribed fire techniques for the Indiana DNR, Purdue FNR, and around the world, and served as the director of FNR's Summer Practicum from 2004 through 2015. Including his numerous community service activities from Habitat for Humanity to Church Elder, it is clear to see why Stephen Creech is a recipient of Purdue FNR's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award.
In a fire arena, things aren't always, they don't happen in a planned manner. So they can happen at any time of the day or night or in any month of the year. And so had I not had a family that was strong, and it was 3 women, it was my wife, 2 daughters, and they're the ones that when I picked up and walked out the door and climbed on a plane and was gone for weeks or months, they're the ones that carried on. They're the ones that were the gel that kind of held everything together. And so they're first and foremost that allowed me to have the career that I've had. And then the FNR family, and it's a family, and I mean from the head of the department to the professors, to the business office, to OSS, the Office of Student Services, all of those people, it's a family. They know each other, they talk to each other. I started out at Purdue in biology, and I didn't know that they weren't a family. And I'm not knocking that side of Purdue. I'm just saying that FNR is a family, and it's pretty cool. And then DNR Forestry has always been behind me. They always supported me. They've allowed me to do things that would help me advance my career. And then nationally, Indiana is not a big fire state. So when you show up on a fire, the first thing somebody says, where are you from? Well, if you say Indiana and you're on a big fire, they go, what do you know about fire? And I have to hand it to the fire leadership throughout the country. At least from my perspective, they looked at me based on what my skill set was and what my knowledge base was, not on where I was from. And so it let me fit in and let me be part of that Northern Rockies team, even though, which I love, by the way, I love Montana, but it's odd that an Indiana boy would get to go to Montana and be on a fire team. The same would be true if I went to California. It's just, everything's different. So I think you got to hand it to the fire leadership for having that insight and that faith in skill sets and training and background to let you do what you do. So I can't thank you enough, and Casey and all the folks at Purdue, because they're still my friends. I still call on them occasionally when I need things, and they still call on me when they're looking for some advice on fire. And it's just a great relationship, and I hope it continues on down the road. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Society of American Foresters, and I was a student. I was a member of the student chapter when I was at Purdue, and I've been a lifetime member up until now. Received my certified forester CF certification through them. Not as active with ISAF as I wish I could be, but again, my plate's fairly full, and they tend to have their spring and fall meetings during fire season. So it makes it a little difficult sometimes to make those meetings, but there's just, I think the professional groups, and that includes the Wildlife Society, and even, I know it's odd that the Fisheries Society, but even I've got a lot of friends that are that are fisheries students and graduates, and I still have a relationship with those folks. So I think there's this link between FNR, and it's not just at the university. That link extends way out. The tentacles on that are far-reaching. They go all over the world, actually. So I'm glad to be part of that.